Have you fallen out of love with your Kitchener-Waterloo home, but love your current neighborhood and are feeling torn as to whether or not to pull the trigger on listing it? Well, join me in this video as I run through 5 renovations that you could do so that you will fall in love with it all over again and avoid having to list or move altogether. Stick around to the end to find out where you could have useful money hiding that you didn't know you had to put towards your renovation. To love it or to list it, that is the question. One of the biggest challenges when looking at your home is being able to visualize or understand the potential it has to be better. This is one of the reasons why Joel, my hubby, and I started our renovation company, Renovations, back in 2019. We love taking something that's old and making it new again. More often than not, the layout or floor plan of your home can be adjusted to give you exactly what you need. I know this because we've done it a handful of times around the KW region, including this home that I'm standing in right now, where the renovations included removing a wall to create this open concept flow between kitchen and living space. Now, let's dive in. Number 1, a simple facelift. This is the easiest one. The layout of your home may already be exactly what you need, but your fixtures, hardware, flooring, tile, paint, cabinetry, and other finishes, etc. are just outdated. Time to gut. Here you will make a list of all the things that you wish could be better and look to the pros or to Pinterest to help guide you to a new design of your dreams that will work within your budget. I'd love to help you get started here, so don't hesitate to ask me. There are a whole whack ton of things you could do to take your home from 0 to 100. And shocker, if you're a DIYer or a very handy person, projects that you could take on yourself too. Painting and switching out hardware or fixtures are what come to mind first. Even ripping out your old floor and replacing it with nice new vinyl planks is something you might feel comfortable with doing on your own with the right tools. If not, there are some awesome contractors in the KW area that I could link you up with to get the ball rolling. To give you an example of how easy it could be, we recently had a client who wanted to update their main floor a bit. They were so happy with the layout, but felt that their kitchen, living space, and powder room were giving off those old school vibes. So instead of ripping out their kitchen entirely, they replaced their old laminate countertops with bright Calcutta quartz, updated the backsplash from a dark tile to a larger white finish, tweaked their breakfast bar design a little bit, and replaced their sink, faucet, and cabinet hardware. The cabinets were in such good condition, and although their original thought was to refinish and paint them or replace them entirely, by the time all was said and done, they didn't even need to do a thing to them. They brought in modern vinyl flooring that perfectly complemented the cabinets, gave a little paint refresh to the space, and were even able to upgrade their front entry powder room by installing new tile, a vanity, some floating shelves, and paint. All of a sudden, they viewed their home in a whole new light, and it became a space that they loved again for their growing family. Number 2, creating an open concept space, kind of like what you see behind me. Though these aren't the only styles that can work with this, bungalows and side splits are excellent contenders. If your house feels closed off with too many divided up rooms, consider looking at which walls are load bearing and which ones aren't. Once you have determined this, you can create a new floor plan that will open up your main floor space entirely. Load bearing doesn't have to be a scary term. It's simple, really. If you take out a wall that is, you will need to support it with either a beam or posts. A good architect or engineer will advise you on your best options to make that happen. I have an awesome one that I can recommend to you if you need. Number 3, expanding your kitchen. We see this all the time. There's a wall that has been placed in what seems like a silly spot, and it makes the kitchen feel impossible to expand. Taking the problem wall out of the equation can allow for you to allocate space for more kitchen cabinets, surface area, and even an island with a breakfast bar if that tickles your fancy. Depending on your layout, you may even be able to change up your rooms to allow your kitchen to either flow into a dining or living room by creating really cool built-in units complete with a beverage bar. We did this in one of our clients' homes, and the end result was amazing. A good way to keep the cost down is to keep the appliances and plumbing fixtures exactly where they are and just adding surface area or cabinet space around them if the floor plan allows for it. Number 4, taking space from an unused room where your bedrooms are to give you a bigger master bedroom, closet, ensuite, or powder room. Now, I don't mean you will be doing all of these things at one time, as that likely isn't possible, but maybe you have a galley bathroom that's just not cutting it for your growing family. It is possible that you can take from an existing room to expand your bathroom to fit your needs, or to add an ensuite to your master bedroom if you don't have one already. This again depends on your layout and your needs for space, but it is absolutely worth exploring before ruling it out completely. And number 5, finishing your basement. so much extra square footage is left on the table with an unfinished basement. And let's be honest, they generally turn into dumping grounds and storage for holiday decorations, unused furniture, or household items, and more often than not, for things you don't really need to hang on to, which makes this one a double whammy. Not only will it give you and your family the chance to do a good old-fashioned purge and organize the things you want to keep, but finishing your basement will create a whole new living space. You have the potential to create a living room, playroom, another bathroom, and additional rooms to be used as either bedrooms or offices, depending on your needs. Creating these spaces are super helpful for families who need that extra bedroom, who need a designated space to work from home, or who want to have an area where their kids can go so that you can have the upstairs to yourself. You'll also get more options and functionality within your spaces. For example, maybe it makes more sense for your home office to be upstairs. So now you'll have the option to shuffle around the bedrooms and give the kids their own living quarters downstairs. Adding a kitchen or breakfast bar area isn't out of the question either, especially if having an in-law suite has been a big goal for you. So there you have it. You don't always need to sell your house and buy another to get you everything that you want. Your current house could have all the bones dangling right in front of you. You just need a little help to see it. And on that note, you're also going to need a little help to fund it too. So as promised, let's talk about where you could have money hiding. Shocker! In your own home. That's right. You could afford to use the equity that you have in your home to help you pay for your renovations. This may not be attainable for everybody, but it is worth having a conversation with your mortgage advisor about your options to see what you might qualify for, such as a home equity line of credit, or HELOC for short. In the right circumstances, a HELOC can be a great tool to put those home upgrades within reach. So, you've decided to love it instead of listing. That's amazing. I'm so happy that you found these tips helpful, and I'm excited to see your progress. If you decided at the end of this that loving it is just not doable and you need to move on to a different home, check out my next video where I'll help you banish the buying blues and get you started off on the right foot. As I mentioned earlier, I love to help you navigate through this. If renovating is now a route you're considering, let's talk options. Reach out to me at any time. You know where to find me.